this video is going to be the pros and cons of living in China, specifically a tier 3 city in China. I live in Zhuhai, and I lived there for the last 9 months. And now that I'm back in beautiful Portland, Oregon, I had a chance to put together some thoughts on living out there. And I know I just called it the cons of living in China, but it's not. It's the cultural differences coming from kind of an American perspective. I'm a guest in China. I got a great opportunity. I love and appreciate it. But there are some real big cultural differences between China and the US. All right, first pro of living in China, cost of living. And again, it's a tier 3 city, so it's cheaper. If you're in Shenzhen, Shanghai, Beijing, Guangzhou, you know, it's gonna be probably closer to Western prices, but like in my condo, 2-bed, 2-bath, 29th floor, luxury condo, floor to ceiling, epic views of the ocean, Macau, Hong Kong bridge, sunrise, running path with palm trees on it, $875 a month. Electricity is dirt cheap. I run the AC around the clock. It's southern China, so it's hot. $40-50 a month. $6-7 a month water. $30 a month property management fees. Food, lunch, $2-3. Dinner, $4-5. Everything's cheap. Taxis, dirt cheap. $8 for a 40-minute taxi across town. Cheap. Second pro, it's clean. It's really clean. There's no trash anywhere. There's no homeless people. There's no drugs. It's just everything about it's kind of clean. And then I'll tie that into safety, which I guess is its own too, but like, and again, like I'm a tall guy and like feel safe most places. But like women I work with are like, oh yeah, I'll walk around at night, zero fear. I mean, there's like zero crime. And that's a perk of cameras everywhere. I mean, there's a million cameras everywhere. On hikes, there's cameras. And the advantage is that there's no crime. You feel super safe all the time, which is sweet. And then the last thing I really like about it is that there's no pollution. I'm in southern China. Like no air pollution, water pollution. You're not going swimming in the water, that's for sure. But there's public beaches that are stunning. There's one called White Beach. It's actually really good trail running, which is kind of rare for China. China loves paving over all their hikes and parks. But there's some really good trail running 15 minutes from where I live. And just kind of parks and open spaces in general. I mean, not like Oregon. I'm a little spoiled, I recognize, but definitely some opportunities to get into some nature pretty easily. And now for not the cons, but the cultural differences. Again, I appreciate the opportunity I have in China, but the two biggest right off the bat culturally are spitting and smoking. Smoking's in. People love smoking. Technically, it's illegal to smoke inside. People smoke inside. All the restaurants are like tiny little mom and pop restaurants all over. People just like go inside, sit and smoke. In the sauna, not like in the sauna where it's hot, but in the lounge area outside of it, people are smoking. They're hanging out. And I'm old and cranky and do not like smoking. And the spitting is like, it's aggressive and very prevalent. It's not like I have some extra saliva, a little put. It's like go deep into the depths of your soul and just grab any little mucus you can and make sure it's as loud as possible. Make sure everybody knows and just let that puppy rip and do it fairly often. I mean, that's like smoking, it's in. Number 3 con or cultural difference might just be specific to my city in Zhuhai, but we have these like electric scooters that people sit on that can probably do 30-35 miles an hour. They're technically illegal, but it's not enforced. So like they ride these things on the sidewalk and then they'll just jump into the street like they're a car on the street, and they fly. My boss got clipped, wrecked his pants, hurt him. I mean, they're super fast and they don't really follow any rules. And then like once in 9 months I saw like a police dump truck, and every single one the cops would just point him over and be like, boom, pulled him over and just launched the scooter into the dump truck, and it was gone. And they're kind of expensive, so, but it's like pretty aggressive. And like just walking, you have to like look if you're gonna move left or right, because they're quiet and they're fast. I've had a couple pretty close calls, but it's surprisingly annoying. But I didn't see those scooters in Shenzhen, the whole province of Yunnan, which I spent a week in. My boss didn't see him outside of Shanghai, so I wonder if it's just like a Zhuhai thing, which is kind of random. This is another one that might just be me being annoying, but the food is all served, like the chicken or pork or whatever, with the bone like attached to the meat. So it's like, the risk of sounding super lazy, it's a little bit labor intensive. Like Sichuan chicken, it's all these tiny pieces of chicken, but you have to like get the chicken off the bone. Again, my boss chipped his tooth like one of his first days there because he just didn't think there'd be bones everywhere. So eating is like a labor intensive activity, and me just being lazy, I'm not really a fan. Also food preparation, yeah, it's again tier 3 city, but like no one's washing their hands. Chef will be smoking a cigarette. I'll order something, he'll just put his cigarette down and then just start making the food. There's no washing your hands. I mean, I'm used to like Chipotle, wash your hands for 30 seconds, put on a glove, and then kind of make the food. That does not exist. And then the last couple cultural differences, I'd say, are probably kind of more widely known. There's definitely different ideas about personal space, and China is a lot smaller. Ideas about kind of like cutting in line are a little different. But also verbally, and I don't speak Mandarin or Cantonese or anything, but I came from like rural Thailand. I lived there before China. Thailand's very like save face, polite, bowing. The Mandarin in China seems like pretty aggressive. Like it's just conversations are spoken in kind of more of an aggressive manner. There's just another random waterfall. Jeez. So that's different. Takes a little getting used to as well. And then the very last thing is the driving. I don't drive there, and there's no motorcycles allowed in my city and in most major cities, which would be ideal. I'll take a lot of taxis, which are super cheap. They're called DDs. There's a ton of them. They're fast, they're efficient, they're cheap. All that's great. The driving, they're all electric. It's like slam on the accelerator, slam on the brake, jerking left and right. A lot of them smell like stale cigarette smoke because everyone smokes. Like, take a DD somewhere, the odds of you having like a headache upon arrival, I know that sounds pretty soft, but like it's legit. I'm not the only one. So I used to play pickleball, but it was like a 40-minute DD. It cost $10, but it was like a nightmare. I was like massive headaches. So that's kind of the last thing. Overall, going back to China in the fall, looking forward to it. Great opportunity. Love the school. I mean, that's a big part of it. And those are my thoughts on China and the cultural differences, pros, and not negatives, but cultural differences.